Hi, my name is Heather Gonzalez. I'm a Master Gardener Volunteer with the UF IFAS Extension Office in Lee County, Florida. And today I want to talk to you guys about wildflowers. A friend recently reached out to me and said he has an area in his front lawn that is currently covered in turf grass, and he'd like to rip some of that up and replace it with wildflowers because he's such a nice guy. And he asked if I had any recommendations. The area he's looking at is full sun, pretty dry, pretty sandy, all in all your typical Florida front yard. But there's plenty of stuff that will grow there, and I'm going to show you some. All right, let's start with our Florida state wildflower, Tickseed Coreopsis. It's a beautiful dainty flower that kind of clumps at the base. It gets about 2 feet tall. It looks really good when it's planted in mass clumps, and this reseeds itself, so although it's an annual, you'll have it come back again and again. This is one of my personal favorites, Gallardia, or blanket flower. This used to be considered a Florida native. It isn't anymore, but it's still definitely a Florida friendly plant, and when this guy reseeds, he reseeds big time. As you can see, I have a huge swath of it in my butterfly garden, after originally just planting a few small plants. Here we have Blue Porterweed. The butterflies really like this plant. It has cute little purplish blue flowers that grow along these spires. There are varieties of this that can be a few feet high, more like a shrub, and some that stay really low, like a ground cover. So be sure to ask the nursery where you buy it which varieties they have. Here is another Florida native. This is Dune Sunflower. And this guy's awesome because it can withstand absolutely torturously hot, dry conditions. It's actually growing wild on some of our natural beaches here in Southwest Florida. It has a sprawling tendency. It just kind of grows and grows along the ground. So if it gets a little out of hand or starts looking mangy, it's really easy to just rip and cut back. This flower is probably one of my favorites this year. This is called Beach Verbena. It takes a little while to establish itself, at least it did in my garden, but once it did, it bloomed profusely over a long period of time throughout the spring, winter and spring, and it just keeps going. And it also crawls along kind of like a ground cover and shoots up these spires that are about a foot tall. Here is a flower that the former florist in me absolutely loves. This is Seaside Goldenrod. This is also a Florida native, and it is a perennial. These stalks shoot up and can get up to 6 feet tall. It's really just starting to bloom right now in the early part of summer, late part of spring. It'll keep going into the fall, and holds great in a vase, looks absolutely gorgeous, even dried. When the stalks are done blooming, I cut them down almost to the ground, and poof, they come right back in the spring. So those are just a few ideas to get you started. There are plenty of other options, both native and non-native, that are Florida friendly, that will bloom at different times of the year and grow in all different types of conditions. Be sure to go online and ask IFAS to learn more.